Hello.
And welcome to Film
Bastards.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to episode 561 of Film Bastards. My name is Ian Loring, and as always, I'm joined by
Matt Foster. Hello, everybody.
Becky will be along at some point because she's more dedicated to her day job than she is the podcast recording that she does once a week.
Fucking hell, what an absolute piece of shit.
Yeah, absolutely. Couldn't have said it better myself. But Bex will be along in a bit because, we'll let her. I shouldn't say that. So, coming up on this week's show, we are going to be talking about Gladiator 2. Ridley Scott back.
You will be. I didn't get to it.
Oh, you motherfucker! Right, okay.
I meant to yesterday, and then had an absolute nightmare of a day yesterday.
Right, okay. Alright, fair enough. Well, we're not going to do the big cinema release of the week, but you know what we are going to do? Or Mark and I are going to do? Oh, we're going to talk about the Netflix original Christmas film, Hot Frosty. You bet your sweet ass we are. Right, that's actually really put me out of sync. Okay, alright, fine. I really, really needed to talk to someone who has also seen Gladiator 2.
I am seeing it Friday.
Okay.
I am seeing it on Friday. I do want to see it.
I'm going to talk about it today.
But you can spoiler it as much as you want, because I pretty much already know.
Okay, well, yeah, okay, maybe. So, alright. I'll talk about Gladiator 2, but we're going to talk about Hot Frosty, and we're also... in our cavalcade of delights, we're also going to talk about Jason Reitman's new film, Saturday Night. And Mark and I both forgot to watch Emilia Perez, which is one of the big Oscar contenders for the year, and we forgot to watch it.
It's not even just that I forgot to watch it, I forgot it existed.
Yeah, I mean... I swear, man.
But not Hot Frosty.
Like, just as soon as you tap out of film Twitter, the amount of films you become unaware of having existed. It's something. It's something. But yeah, Hot Frosty and Saturday Night. So enjoy. We'll also talk about trailers, what we've been watching, and we'll see what else we get around to. I'm just going to talk about Gladiator 2 now. Cause
Go on. I feel like you need to get something off your chest. The thing is...
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, I was supposed to go watch it yesterday, had a nightmare day decorating, and then I was about to go and Bex just went, I don't think you can, I think you're too angry to go anywhere.
So Mark was wallpapering yesterday. Mark doesn't like wallpapering.
I hate decorating of all aspects of decorating, and mostly wallpapering.
Okay. It's a good thing I wanted to go see Gladiator 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, the thing is, as well, I think that part of this is my fault, audience, because in my WhatsApp messages in our chat, I have not been particularly praising of Gladiator 2. So
You also did tell me to not go watch it.
Actually, I think I might have actually said don't go watch it at one point. So do you know what? I point taken, challenge accepted, and I've been defeated. So that's a good point. Gladiator 2, directed by Ridley Scott. He's back again. The start of it, you've got this really nice animated intro where it's like paintings come to life, kind of like telling the moments of like the end of Gladiator. It's like, wow, this is really artful. This is really interesting. Like, okay, I'm settling in. And then the next 2.5 hours play out. There are a number of problems with Gladiator 2. Maybe the key one being that it's insanely inessential. I don't know why Ridley Scott, who, like, frankly, you'd think has probably only got a few films left in him, would go, yeah, let's do this. So story is Paul Mescal plays Lucius, the kid from the first one, but it's quite confusing because like there's quite a few moments where he sees his mum and doesn't interact with, like, doesn't like acknowledge her at all. Like, there's nothing there. It's like he's a completely brand new character to the world, and it just turns out it's because like he thought she left him for dead, and so he doesn't want to acknowledge her. And it's odd. So Mescal is living in on like an island off the coast of Africa, I believe, along with his wife and an army there, and the Roman Empire has come to conquer it. And the thing is, Mescal immediately is giving this rallying speech to troops, and straight away it's like, right, yeah, I mean, he's no Ridley Scott though, is he? Oh no, not Ridley Scott, Russell Crowe. Like, I mean, he's no Ridley Scott either, but there's nothing. Mescal is undone by the screenplay as well. Don't get me wrong, but he's athletic, but he's not muscular.
He
charming,
comes from a sport
but
background. Remember?
Yeah. I mean, context of that. Mescal was in an interview saying about how he only did 45 minutes a day training in the gym for this film, and he had a sports background, so he had a bit of a head start. He looks like he only did 45 minutes of training in a gym a day because, yeah, all right, he looks all right with his shirt off, but he doesn't look convincing at all in any aspect of the fucking character. He looks like if a bigger boy was in the arena with him, like the bigger boy would finish him off. The only reason why Mescal seems to get through it is because he's got tactics, even though at the start, his army is defeated pretty fucking quickly by the Roman Empire. There's no tactical nous. It's like he basically, spoiler alert, he sees his wife die, and then he gets shot and falls into the sea. And that
sounds remarkably familiar.
Well, yeah. And then he gets taken as a slave, which also sounds remarkably familiar. But honestly, it's fucking ridiculous. But like, so this is the thing. He hasn't got the body. He's apparently pretty charming. I don't see it myself, but he's charming, but he's not commanding. And through the film, he's doing these speeches, even though he's barely proven shit. Like, there's a bizarre sequence where Denzel Washington watches him fight for the first time, where these CG baboon demon things are attacking him, and he bites one of them's neck, and then he seems to command some respect because people go ooh, 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 in front of him, and he laughs. So his wife dies, he becomes a slave, and he's like, right, I'm going to get the general, played by Pedro Pascal. And Pedro Pascal, it turns out, has a connection to him and his family, and that also renders Pedro Pascal a pretty fucking useless character in the events of the film. Things happen, and then his character arc is resolved, and it's, apart from the fact that Paul Mescal needed a motivating factor to get to Rome, Pedro Pascal does fuck all in this film. And it genuinely feels like he had some sort of shooting schedule clash and just didn't have enough time or something. His role is weirdly thin. And so he's kind of the bad guy, but so's Denzel Washington. And Denzel Washington comes in and gives the greatest cinematic cucking to a lead man of all time, where he is him, Joseph Quinn, and Fred Heckinger, our boy Fred, are the only reasons to watch this film. They are the only reasons to watch this film. Those two, who played the twin emperors, great boo hiss bad guys. They kind of do fuck all, but when they're on, they're boo hiss bad guys. Denzel just completely steals the show. And to be fair, his character in the narrative of the film is there to kind of like steal everything from everybody else. But by the end, spoiler alert for the third act of Gladiator 2, you have a fight between Paul Mescal and Denzel Washington, and I wanted Denzel to win so fucking bad. So fucking bad. Like, and the thing is, what he's saying has more substance to it than what Mescal's character is saying. Like, they're two ideologies. Denzel's one is like, yeah, right, you know, that sounds corrupt. But Mescal doesn't really have an ideology. It's basically, why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Which is just no. They tried that at the end of Gladiator 1, and you get a fucking on-screen text at the start basically going, 16 years later, shit's fucked.
Which literally could be the start of any sequel.
Yeah, no, exactly.
To any movie.
And it kind of takes away from the power of the first one, where there's some hope there. You know, that like they've all witnessed this great man fall, and that, you know, hopefully the Senate can regain power. Nope. And also, the Senate, I don't really want the Senate in charge. They just go with whoever the fuck's in charge anyway. Really, none of them have any fucking morals. So, I mean, like I say, Denzel, ideologically and pure character, I was like, yeah, have him be leader. Shit will change. That's probably what's needed. So, then also, the action is CG-ified to fuck. Like,
this is it. I rewatched Gladiator, and was kind of looking at going, I mean, there's bits in Gladiator that look ropey, but it's 24 years old. And there's a few bits that look ropey, but it also, most of it looks pretty fucking, you are looking at going, this is pretty fucking good. But also as well, you can tell that, you know, that the opening sequence, that's just a lot of people. That's just a lot of extras.
Yeah.
It's amplified by CG, but it's a lot of extras. And then I watched the Gladiator 2 trailer just straight after we'd watched Gladiator. I just looked at it and thought, but my brain looks at that and goes, that's not real. Whereas points at Gladiator, it looks at it and goes, alright, I'm convinced.
Yeah, no, I mean, the whole thing is like cosplay Gladiator, because even the score, so Hans Zimmer doesn't do the score in this one, it's Harry Gregson Williams with some Hans Zimmer themes. And I swear to God, a lot of the scenes play out with no music in the background. It's almost like Ridley Scott was like, nah, let's just have the fucking dialogue.
Yeah.
The score's not good enough. It feels, Denzel aside, it just, it feels like a career move. Like Paul Mescal, absolutely it's a career move. But man, I have not watched a single fucking thing with him where I'm like, this is a compelling screen presence. You know, he's Oscar nominated for After Sun. Fuck off. All of Us Strangers is, yeah, I mean, his character is kind of fuck all in that film anyway. I mean, his character's basically just a fuck bucket. Did you see All of Us Strangers?
I didn't know.
No, yeah, it's. I don't know. It feels like he's entirely coasting on people liked him in Normal People, and people think he's cute. You know, and it's like Letterboxd. There's an awful lot of like Paul Mescal with his shirt off, blah blah blah. Like, honest, but it's just, he's not a gladiator. I don't know what to say. I mean, he does look like Lucius grown up, because that kid didn't look like he was going to be a gladiator either.
No.
I mean, that's pretty good casting.
That's it. I could see that, but also as well, I've not seen Paul Mescal in that much. But I think I've seen more of Paul Mescal in interviews and on red carpets and bits like that than I've seen him in actual acting roles. And that's my fault, because I've not watched the movies and bits like that. But I do look at it and go, he seems awfully pleased with himself a lot of the time.
Yeah. Which hey, a lot of actors do.
Yeah.
But a lot of them earn it. Like Denzel Washington on this press tour, he's eating shit up. He's being cheeky. He's denying King Charles. You know, and he's Denzel fucking Washington.
And he's announcing Equalizer 4 and 5.
Brilliant.
Yeah. By basically going, I mean, I thought we were dumb, but people love them Equalizer movies, so we're doing a 4 and 5.
I mean, as long I hope they both stay in that little town in Italy. I feel like that's where he needs to be. But that's it. I mean, like Pedro Pascal, honestly, mate, I genuinely forgot he was in it. Talking about the film the day after the film. Like, it's incredible how little of an impression his character has. And I think Pedro Pascal's all right. He's not an actor I hate. I think he's pretty good as Joel in The Last of Us. But it feels like they were like, fuck, we've only got you for a month. All right, well, we better do this. And the shoot was 3 months, you know.
I'm all right with Pedro Pascal, but I am a little bit like, oh, he's 2020's Nathan Fillion, is he?
Yeah, but I mean, like, his agent has played an absolute blinder. Like, he's in the MCU now, so he's going to be Reed Richards for fuck knows how long. And
do you know what? Seems like a nice dude.
Yeah, no, totally. I mean, that's the thing. I don't necessarily have anything against Pedro Pascal. Like, Paul Mescal, it's just like, yeah, I think he comes across as a bit of a fucking tit. So that's where I'm coming from there. Like, I'm sorry, but like, yeah, I only do 45 minutes in the gym a day because, you know, I've got a head start because I'm into sport. Fuck, just a weird flex when you look at him in that film. He's athletic. He's obviously an awful lot fitter than I am. I'm not an actor who... I remember when Seth Rogen did The Green Hornet, and like I'm paraphrasing, but somebody asked him what he's like. It was like, oh, it's amazing, you know, kind of like the body transformation you've had. And it's like, well, in Hollywood, it's basically you pay enough and someone will make you that fit. Mm. You know, you don't even... It's almost like you don't have to do anything. It just happens.
It's the whole... Rob McElhenney thing. It's really easy to get a body like mine. All you need to do is have a hit TV show, and then you say that TV show that you're going to crack a joke about you getting really fit, so you get them to pay for a personal trainer, supplements, a diet for you, and you get them to give you basically 3 months to do it within that time. So it's really, really easy.
Yeah, that's exactly it. So that's where I'm coming. Yeah, that's exactly where I'm coming from. So look, Gladiator 2, I think it's a bad film. We had a question a while back about like bad film, amazing performance in it. The answer is Denzel Washington in Gladiator 2.
Alright. See, I'm still going to see it Friday because I want to see it. Not because I want to see it because I want to hear it or anything like that. I want to see it.
Denzel is almost worth it.
Is our boy Fred alright?
Yeah, Fred Heckinger and Joseph Quinn, they're not in it that much, but they are very good. Fred gets an incredible scene with a reveal that I was howling at.
I really like the fact that did you see who he took to the premiere?
No.
He took June Squibb because they were in Thelma together.
That's great. I mean, that's perfect. That's perfect. It's like his character, like syphilis is rotting his brain, and like,
yeah.
And it's like there is a scene towards the end of his character's arc where he reveals someone new in charge, which rules.
Oh, I'll look forward to it.
That's the thing. Like, there's maybe like half an hour of compelling material in a 2.5 hour film, but that half an hour is pretty good. Like that's the thing. But I mean, it's just like the scene in the Colosseum with the sharks and on the water and stuff. It feels like it's done in like 2 minutes, and I couldn't tell you anything about it. Like, I could not tell you a single thing about the action in this film.
And that's bad.
And it's Gladiator 2.
Yeah.
So there we are. Anyway, Gladiator 2. I don't know. Fuck it. I'm just gonna do my what I watched really quickly, because the only other film I watched was The Siege, because I'd never seen The Siege before. I really liked The Siege.
It's good, isn't it?
And then I went on Letterboxd, and people were like, "This is the most base version of this story," and blah, blah, blah. I thought it was a decent 90s thriller.
Do you know what it is? It's. I think when you watched it, weirdly, you watched it the Tuesday night, didn't you? Last Tuesday. We watched it that Tuesday night as well.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
We were out having a drink at the time. We got in and we were having dinner. And I was expecting, like, fuck it. Ian was mentioning he's watched The Siege, and I said that is the most Tuesday night movie you can possibly pick.
That's right. Yes. Yeah.
And it's Tuesday night. Do you fancy watching The Siege? And Beck's like, yeah, go on then. It's good for it. It's a great Tuesday night movie. You know, it's got that. It's intriguing enough, and it's adult, not naughty adult enough for you to have your attention. But you don't have to essentially constantly go, right, wait a minute, I need to make sure I know who that guy is, because he might come back for that guy. You can kind of you can let it wash over you, but there's enough there to keep your brain ticking over.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But but then the cast is great as well. Like Tony Shalhoub,
yep,
absolutely bossing it as like the sidekick, and he gets a good emotional arc. Annette Bening, horny CIA agent.
Yep,
sure, why not? Yeah.
She gets to go in some scenes from real good ha ha ha, I'm one step ahead of you, shit-eating grin, to Denzel just going, fuck you. And they're going, what? You can't do that. Like,
that first
like
scene. That first scene where, like, he's like, fuck off, you need a warrant or whatever. Like, absolutely. And, I'll be honest, I didn't necessarily see the spoiler for the Siege. I didn't see it coming that, oh shit, it's Annette Bening's contact. He's the third cell.
Yeah.
Shit.
It's actually, I think it's quite well hidden.
Yeah, because they paint him as sympathetic, and he's having a thing with Annette Bening, and like you just don't consider him. Yeah, no, it was good. Good time. Really solid 90s thriller, and I also liked as well because I in my head I was like, oh, is it Bruce Willis purposefully taking control of a situation and almost like trying to overthrow the government or something? And it's not quite that. It's like Bruce Willis has kind of brought more kind of gradually into it. When I thought he was the antagonist from the off, I didn't realise it was also going to be, oh, there is actually a terrorism plot against America. So that kind of took me by surprise. And then that bit towards the end as well, where Bruce Willis is kind of ordering them to like bear arms against Bruce Willis and Denzel and co. And Denzel's like, make murderers of these young boys. Like, that's a great scene. And also, Denzel eats an orange in maybe the most terrifying way known to man.
Yeah, he eats it like a proper hand fruit, but just like peels the bit away that he's going to eat.
Yeah, bizarre.
Really
didn't like it.
But actually,
really didn't like it.
But it kind of almost makes sense eating it like that.
Yeah, sure, but I don't know, like, the universe divides orange into segments for a reason.
Yeah. But I mean, there, you've got prime fucking, like, Bruce Willis is right there, and we all know Bruce Willis is a pioneer of knife apple.
That's true. Yeah. Maybe Denzel was like, I'm going to one-up you, motherfucker.
Yeah. We need to find out how fucking, I don't know, how Annette Bening eats a kiwi fruit.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. I'm sure Warren Beatty's got some stories. But aside from that, I watched most and finished Mr. McMahon. which is a mini-series weirdly more just about the history of the WWE than how much of a scumbag Vince McMahon is. But that does come in hot and heavy towards the end. I can't believe they got away with some of the stuff they did in the Attitude Era of the WWE in the early noughties. It is wild. And I'll leave it there.
Yeah, it seemed to go kind of like almost under the radar a little bit. You get the feeling like it just predated social media, so it was all right.
Oh yeah. Oh god, I can't imagine some of that stuff being around.
Exactly.
Like just whole subplots of like Vince McMahon playing a character who was like coercing young blonde women into like sexual games with him, and but it was a character, so it's okay. It's just fucking.
Are you
wild.
method acting a little bit here, Vinny?
Wild. And now Linda McMahon is going to be the new head of the Department of Education in the US, which Trump has said he wants to dismantle.
Can you imagine that? You're going to be head of this. Oh, fucking go on then, yeah. I'm glad that I've got something for the money that I gave you. I'm dismantling it. So what am I head of then?
That's great. It's great. America's doing brilliant. Okay, cool. So, do you want to? I don't know. Do you want to do your what?
Yeah.
You watched? Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Yeah, fuck it. Right. I watched How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Okay, good stuff. By yourself?
No, Becky watched it with me.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fun. It's nobody comes out of this well.
Who's the supporting cast in this fucker? Is Judy Greer in it?
Judy Greer is not in it. No, I think it's a little bit too early for Judy Greer. Maybe 2003. Okay. You've got Adam Goldberg is in it.
Okay.
And who else is in it? Thomas Lennon and Catherine Hahn.
Okay. Nice.
And BB Newirth.
Catherine Hahn's in it.
Yep.
Oh, that's pretty young Catherine Hahn as well.
It is pretty young Catherine Hahn, yeah. It's
nice.
I mean, it's fun. It's very of its time. If let's say, I don't know, I get the feeling that there's enough love for it that no one's turned against it too much yet.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
It's fun. It is a genuinely fun movie. But the idea is that Matthew McConaughey works for an ad agency and is trying to get any girl to fall in love with him, and if he does, then he gets this big ad campaign for diamonds, because he usually just gets like beer commercials and bits like that. And at the same time, Kate Hudson's character works for a women's magazine, and she's trying to she's writing a story about how she can get a guy to fall in love with her, but then force him to fall out of love with her within 10 days by acting batshit. And the thing is, neither of them actually are sticking to the actual principles of what they're supposed to be doing. But then, you know what ends up happening? They end up kind of falling for each other anyway. So they both win and lose at the same time. But it was fun enough. It kills time. Right. Watched A Few Good Men again, because it's A Few Good Men and it's fucking great. Mm-hmm. It just genuinely is a properly great fucking film. I think I've spoken about it quite a bit. Right. So after Becky said, and now I will back this up and say I am not the biggest Pixar fan in the world, right?
Yeah.
But Beck said that Toy Story was shit. Mm-hmm. Now, I didn't agree with that. I thought, no, hang on a minute. I don't like Toy Story 2, and I don't really like Toy Story 3, and I think that everyone would agree that Toy Story 4 is bad. But I always quite like Toy Story, and I think it's not only it is just an important piece of cinema, but it's actually a genuinely sweet and good film. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to rewatch it to see if it actually is, or if I just thought it was. And do you know what it is? It's a banger, is Toy Story. Part of the reason why it's a banger is it's 81 minutes long. You don't care about the weirdness of the fact that, well, hang on a minute, if Buzz doesn't think he's a toy, why? Oh, fuck off! It's a kids' movie. Stop being a dick. It's fun. It's silly, and Tim Allen's very fun in it, and Tom Hanks is Tom Hanksy in it. It's good. You've got a really horny Bo Peep played by Annie Potts. I had a really good time with Toy Story. It's a fun film. It looks weird, but then again, it's going to be 30 in a few months' time.
And I mean, like they purposely picked like plastic toys because they are shiny and don't have much texture to them. Yeah. Like the people look horrifying, but you know,
horrific. But do you know what? Fucking really enjoyed my rewatch of it, and like I say, it's 81 minutes long. Brilliant. Lessons should have been learned from that. So I finished watching that, but I watched it on a lunch break, and so I'd finished it about 20 minutes into another lunch break, and I thought, right, shit, I don't have anything saved to watch, and I didn't have my hard drive with me. But do you know what? I did actually have something saved. I had Lightyear saved, which felt kind of like, well, hang on a minute. I don't remember downloading this on Disney Plus, but it's saved to my iPad, and I've just watched Toy Story. It feels like the universe wants me to watch Lightyear right now. So I watched Lightyear. And for the first about 10-15 minutes, like the idea of it, by the way, the fact that this is the movie that the toy is in Toy Story is based on, and it was Andy's favourite movie at the time. Like that idea, on board with that. Then got into a weird little roundabout in my own head of going, but wait a minute, if that movie was out at the time and that's the toy for it, then why isn't Tim Allen voicing that guy? Why is it Chris Evans doing a Tim Allen voice? I don't get this. This feels weird. And I managed to get over that. I managed to get over the weirdness of that there. And I fucking loved Lightyear. Like, genuinely, I really, really, really enjoyed Lightyear. And there's a moment in it, spoilers for Lightyear, there's a moment in it that, because I eat my lunch in one of our meeting rooms, which isn't part of our canteen, so I can be on my own. And everyone's kind of accepting. Mark does that because he watches movies, so he can have like his downtime on his own. And everyone's really quite cool about it. If the meeting rooms, anyone needs to be in them, then I won't go in it, and I will do something else. But usually I'm alright, because we have a couple of meeting rooms. So everyone's quite nice about that, and I appreciate it at work. There's a moment in Lightyear that made me laugh so much that people came into the room from our admin, which is our office area, and the canteen, so from two separate points, to make sure I was okay.
Nice.
Right.
Okay.
Now, they're not... It's not like if I had... Because I listened to it through my headphones. If I didn't have my headphones, it's not like you'd be able to hear what was going on. It's quite... It's a distance to one of them, and it's fairly soundproof to the other one. So I must have been laughing really fucking loud. And it's the moment, you might not remember it, but an A would literally go to war for the character Socks, which is effectively a mechanical cat.
Yeah, he's a good cat though.
So he is. So you know the first bit where Buzz has literally ran off with Socks, and he's running because he's worked out the compound bit, and he's running to basically like fucking steal a ship. And then the doors open and there's somebody there in the hold where the ships are, trying to stop him, and Socks just fucking spits out a dart. Fucking killed me.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, genuinely was on the floor. People burst in asking if I was alright, and then I had to explain to them that it was just because something funny had happened in Lightyear.
I mean, I thought Lightyear was alright. Like, the whole... How... Like, the mess happens where he just keeps on trying again, and every single time he does it, it kind of like goes up 7 years. Is that right?
Yeah.
Like, that was good,
Yep.
man. Like, that's an interesting conceit for a fucking film.
Yeah, and the idea that, like, because in the end it goes up even further because he actually makes it, but it goes up further.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So he thinks it's just going to be 7 years, and it isn't. It's loads more. And then you get the idea of he's just trying to save everybody, and he's trying to get everybody off because he feels responsible for it, and everyone can get back to having a proper life. But it's like, he then realises, he's then told, you know, all these people had lives, you didn't. And he's like, he's aged like weeks, and they've experienced like lives. But for him, there's just been these weeks of anguish. And the fact that he gets further away from all of these people. It's a really good story that he almost... He becomes a man out of time with everything. Because they've existed in this. And for him, it's 3 weeks, but everything's changed and he doesn't quite know it. And then you've got I've said it that I would go to war for it, but you've got Socks. At first, he's like, I don't really care that much. But the fact that he then becomes so attached to it at the moment. There's a moment where he thinks that it's been killed. Bunny ears, drink if you're playing Baston's Bingo, because it's been knocked off a shelf, and it isn't. He's just rebooting, and he's genuinely like upset because that's the thing that connects him to everything. It's Sledgehammer to Walnut in all of its messages, but it's a fucking kids movie. And it's fun, you know, and I just outright enjoyed it. Fun action, you know, mild peril at its finest. A fun cat thing that keeps on fucking like jumping on his shoulder, bits like that. And at first he's like, no, you can fucking walk. And he's like, all right, this is gonna take longer though. And then by the end of it, he's literally scooping him up and putting him on his shoulder. It's just... I really, really enjoyed it. Great film. Got 3 fucking post credits as well. 3. Yeah, just gutted that it just didn't quite connect with people, so we won't get a sequel. Because would have watched the shit out of sequels to this.
Yeah, I mean, that film's really been brushed under the carpet as well, because it did do so badly. But then they were trying to put stuff out post-COVID and things weren't connecting. Yeah, no, it's a shame. I'm not going to say it was an absolute 5-star banger, but I thought Lightyear was all right. And it looked good in IMAX as well. Like, they used the IMAX framing quite well during that film as well, I remember.
If anywhere does like a fucking... like a Pixar retrospective at any point, which happens, you know, which can happen, and somewhere showing fucking Lightyear on fucking IMAX, I would go and see it in a heartbeat.
Yeah, nice.
Fucking Buzz not being able to pronounce the rookie's name and just keeping on trying to pronounce it, and then just deciding to just call him the Rookie is great.
Nice.
Had a great time with that. Yeah. And my final one. I went to watch Point Break. I'm not going to talk too much about it because it's fucking Point Break. I went to see Point Break at the cinema, which is always a great experience watching kind of like retro screens of things, but then it's something that you have watched. I would say that because I had it on VHS, and I had it on VHS in about 1992 when it first came out. Like, my VHS copy of Point Break was $14.99. That's how new it was when I bought it. So, like, that got a lot of watching. So I've been watching that movie for like 33 years, and I would definitely say there hasn't been a year gone by in those 33 years that I haven't watched it. So I would say I've probably watched Point Break somewhere between 50 and 100 times. So it's probably one of my most watched movies. So getting to see it in the cinema was great. And you do pick out different elements of it, watching things on a bigger screen. So usually, like, filmmaking elements. Like, I never realised just how fucking kinetic it is, and how constantly Catherine Bigelow has got Donald Peterman moving the camera for every action bit. The camera is constantly moving, and it's not, because Fincher does this a lot as well, where Fincher pretty much has, if a character is moving in a David Fincher movie, the camera is moving. That's just his style. This is, it's not quite shaky cam, but it's very much like, right, we're gonna follow patterns, but the camera's never just gonna move to the side. It'll sweep to the side, but it'll come up as it's going for it, and it's to get that constant rush of motion and adrenaline and going through that. It really is. Jord in our group chat said it's Mount Rushmore of action movies, and it just is. It's just brilliant, and the audience, because it's in a thing called We Watch Films, which is like a film club that they run, where once a month they show movies, and invariably these movies are sold out. Like, there's only a couple of seats left for them, so it's packed out. But it's packed out with either people who just love movies or love that movie. So people were laughing, like Anthony Kiedis going like, that would be a waste of time, really badly. Everyone's having a great laugh. And get me two of them. Utah, get me two. Fucking howls of laughter, but like in a good way. That's a fucking great line. Where it's just, fucking just made me love that movie even fucking more.
Nice, man. That's good.
Yeah. And then, very weird, coming out of a screening of Point Break, which is about surfers and beaches and all of that. And as we walked out the cinema, belting down with snow.
Yeah, I mean, it's the weather at the moment. It's weird. I don't remember snow being this early for a good long while.
No, it's been a while, hasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Shall we pivot to trailers?
Let's go. Yeah.
I swear it's suddenly become way colder in here as well. Actually, I am going to turn the heating on and get the cardigan on. So trailers. I got no rhyme or reason to the order here. So the How to Train Your Dragon remake's first trailer came out.
Yeah.
It almost feels like, was that trailer just a shot-for-shot remake of the trailer for the first animated film? Feels incredibly pointless. Yeah. It feels like they're not going to add anything at all. It's going to be the CG one in live action form.
It's a big old bag of why.
Yeah.
Just why?
Apart from Universal Studios are opening their Epic Universe next year, and it's got a How to Train Your Dragon down there.
So it's basically a £200 million marketing exercise for a theme park. Fair enough.
It kind of feels like it.
Yeah. Do you know what? At least I can box off a why now, and I'm kind of alright with that.
Yeah, we'll see. We're going to Florida again in 2026 by the looks of it, so I'll be going there at some point.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, hopefully Hurricane Ian won't hit again, or Tropical Depression 19, as it was originally called, which means that my in-laws still refer to me occasionally as TD19.
That's quite good.
It's pretty good though. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. I can't knock it. I think that's pretty good.
You've kind of got to go. That's all right. That I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, so How to Train Your Dragon, whatever. To be honest, I think Gerard Butler is playing his dad in it again, but just like with loads of prosthetics.
Yep.
Which I don't know. That's all right, I suppose.
Yeah, just seems like when Gerard Butler heard about that, he will have rang them and gone, "Yeah, I'm playing the dad again, though, right?"
Yeah.
And if they went no, he went, "No, I wasn't asking. I was telling you."
I mean, they should have just had all the original actors just in prosthetics.
Yeah.
Like Jay Baruchel's playing like an 18-year-old, like, you know, Kristen Wiig and fucking whoever the fuck, TJ Miller, I think, are playing twins. Why not?
Yeah, Not even like them in prosthetics. They just have to just walk out.
Yeah, no, exactly. But yeah, whatever. It's just weird. Sorry, go on.
Mild tangent. So today at work, right, we got a delivery of some new rails, bits like that. But I was dealing with some thieves at the time, and so I had to get one of the lads to come out to the back door, the loading bay, to let this guy in to drop these pallets off. So the guy, I said to the guy, "Oh, lads, just coming to sort you out now." And as the guy walks out, Reese, the guy who's delivering them just has this completely confused look on his face. And Reese then walks back to his lorry, and Reese turns around and goes, "He is 100% just been a Coppergate," which is our other store, because we have identical twins that one works in my store and one works in the other York store. And it turned out this guy had and couldn't work out how the guy had got from Coppergate to York Monk's Cross that quickly and was still working, and so just couldn't fathom it. And Reese just kept it going that he didn't have a twin. He was like, "Yeah, no, I came from Coppergate. I split my shift to do 4 hours there and 4 hours here." And the guy's going, "That makes no sense. That's mental."
Good.
Just kept it going until just before the guy was going and went, "I don't really, mate. He's my twin."
Fucking hell.
Sorry, just the twin thing's just reminded me of it.
I don't think I could put up with that chicanery in my work. I need people to just be straight up with me. Man. Okay, so we've also got a Minecraft movie. I mean, like, I showed this to Lottie yesterday, and she was like, "Yeah, that's how they make a sword in Minecraft. That looks really genuine." It's like, cool.
Yep.
All right, target audience is in. It's going to make $1 billion worldwide. Sure,
Yeah, I watched the trailer and went, "Do you know what? I'll happily contribute to that film's inevitable success."
It looks fun enough.
It looks fun. I will be the absolute fucking anti the fucking Chris Evans "I got that reference" meme of "I didn't get any of those references" meme.
Absolutely. I mean, Lots was like really, really pleased that it's out a couple weeks before we go to Japan, because she was worried that we wouldn't be able to see it for a couple of weeks. So
nice.
So like I'm glad for her for that. I am a little bit like, what am I going to miss for a couple of weeks? But I need to look that up at some point. But yeah, like I like the idea. I like the fact that the origin of Steve is he just really likes digging. There's something so just childish
just
about
pure
that.
about it.
Sure, why not? Yeah. I don't know. It's better than that first trailer. That first trailer was like, "What's this?" Yeah. I don't know. They're all. You can make anything you imagine as long as it can be boxy or whatever it was. Like, yeah, okay, fine. You know what you're doing. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So there's that. There is a big one. Even I kind of feel like Bex needs to be here for it. Maybe we'll talk about that when Bex is about, actually.
Yeah.
But what else do we have? Because I thought we did have something else. Pardon me. Bridget Jones, mad about the boy.
I don't understand what's going on. It's not. The thing is, if this was getting released, is this getting released in the cinemas, or is it just straight
in the UK? It is. I saw this trailer in front of Gladiator 2.
Right, that's fair enough then. I can kind of understand that now.
Yeah, no, here it is. It looks like it's straight to Peacock in the US. Sure.
Go on then.
Yeah, don't think it's necessarily for me.
Nope. Emphatically not for me, but do you know what? Cinemas, it is for everybody, so there needs to be movies that aren't for me.
Yeah, and I think it's smart that they're positioning it as like for Galentine's Day. It's, your husband or boyfriend probably isn't going to want to watch this, but your best friend is.
Yeah, good idea.
Fine.
Good marketing bit. Nice, like it.
Fine, do it.
Hope it does really well.
Yeah, same. Okay, then also The Amateur.
Yeah.
Rami Malek continuing to act like a human being and fail.
This man has an Academy Award.
Mm-hmm. For playing Freddie Mercury.
This man has an Academy Award for being shit in a movie.
The thing is, I like the idea of, alright, he doesn't look like an assassin, but he can make traps.
But the thing is, he also does look like an assassin.
He does look like a killer of women.
He does, yeah. He does. It's very much like, you won't guess it's him. Well, why is it him? Have you seen him? He looks weird.
Yeah.
Never before has a man looked more like his first erection was about his aunt.
Or like seeing a puppy suffocate to death or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But he has 100% poked a cat in the eye.
There you go. But I mean, I don't know. I think it's a fun concept.
Do you know what? I like looking at the movie.
Yeah.
I'm alright with it. Tuesday night, go on then.
Yeah. But Rami Malek, man, he can't. If he wants to do a remake of The Man Who Fell to Earth, and I'll be like, yeah, okay, great, all right, fine. I mean, you're not Bowie, but you're a fucking alien, so great.
Yeah. You're not Bowie, but you're also not human like Bowie.
Yeah, quite. I actually haven't watched the trailer for The Last Showgirl. I completely forgot to. Have you watched this?
I have, yeah. I'm just not sure what it is, but it looks sad.
Cool. Yeah,
it's what I would say there. It will get shitloads of attention for about 12 minutes, and then nobody will actually watch it.
So there is that. No, and nobody will watch it. It kind of feels like if Pamela Anderson was like, maybe I could try and have a bit of Oscar buzz. I'll work with a Coppola. Which Coppola's free? Gia.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'd love to make a movie with Sophia. You don't have enough cash in the bank for Sophia.
Well, no, I mean, like, she just misheard.
Yeah.
Back in action. So this is, I think this was filmed a while back.
It was filmed a while ago, yeah.
Because this was before Jamie Foxx had whatever his health scare was, wasn't it?
I think they'd just finished filming it when he had that, yeah. And this is the movie that Cameron Diaz said made her quit acting again.
Oh, really?
Yeah. She basically said, it made me realise why I quit acting and made me realise I made the right decision and the wrong decision was to come back for this movie.
Well, it's a Netflix film, so she doesn't have to do a press tour. Yeah. So, I don't know. I mean, it looks perfectly 2.5 stars.
Yeah. It looks like I will absolutely watch it on a lunch break and go, that was fine.
Yep, there you go. Better Man, new trailer for that. Remain up for it.
Yeah, remain very up for it. Just looks fun. Looking forward to the monkey Robbie Williams being on Hot Ones.
That's probably going to happen.
Yeah, probably going to happen.
So I've only got the big one that we'll talk about when Bex is here.
Yeah, me too.
Cool. Okay. Okay. Let's do it. Let's pull up the old IMDb. So, we are going to talk about not made by the Motion Picture Corporation of America.
Nope.
Nope. Stunned by that.
Muse Entertainment.
Sure. Absolutely, that's a real company. Hot Frosty is directed by Jerry Sicuriti, and stars Lacey Chabert, Lauren Holly, and America's new sweetheart, Dustin Milligan.
Yep.
He captured my heart.
Yep.
Widow Kathy magically brings a snowman to life. His innocence helps her heal and find love again. They bond before the holidays, but he's doomed to melt. And why? Because of that motherfucker Craig Robinson.
Yep.
Mark, Hot Frosty, it's alright.
It's good. It's good. It's what I said to Bex about it was, because I said to her, I really enjoyed Hot Frosty, and her response was, of course you did, you're a fucking idiot. And I said, no, it's not legitimately a good movie like Holiday. I think is a legitimately good movie. It's a bit crap, Hot Frosty, but it knows exactly what it's doing. It is 100% in on the joke, and it is fun. I was staggered at a few things about this. One, how quickly it just fucking gets in and he becomes Hot Frosty. Like, just, within the first 7 or 8 minutes, he is just a human. And then also staggered about the fact that everyone just decides it's Christmas, these things happen, and just accepts it. But
that scene... Sorry, go on.
But the thing is, it's a fun movie, and it is, I think you can call it, it's, I say, I don't want to say good, but you can say that it's a fun movie, and you can enjoy it, because Dustin Milligan is fun in it. He is not just skin job. He is having a laugh with it. And the bit where he's scared of a vampire and then he's checking the house for vampires is fucking legitimately very, very funny. And he's just quite sweet. And then you've got fucking Craig Robinson and Joe Latruglio just being just quite charming and fun, and Craig Robinson sings, because of course he does. It's just, they are not just turning up and going, right, fucking, I've already cashed a check, so can we just get this over and done with? They're just having a laugh.
This is the thing. It feels like... It feels like a film that should be super, super cynical and like people just cashing a paycheck. But there is something about it which is so sweet and innocent and naive. But it doesn't necessarily feel brain dead. That I just got on with it. Like that scene that you mentioned where they're just like, yeah, we'll believe in magic because it's Christmas.
Yeah.
Sure.
Go on then.
Sure. I wasn't going like, what? No, that's ridiculous. Blah, blah, blah. It was just, yeah, okay, fine. That feels completely in the tone of this film. Jack himself, nice guy, completely innocent. Yeah, it just wants to help people and do right by people. I don't know. Like, I was in the zone for this one.
Yep.
And I thought it was perfectly charming. And God, I watch a lot of Netflix Christmas films because it's just something I do with Don over the winter. And there's a lot of bad ones. Mm. You know, like there's a lot of bad ones. Like Best Christmas Ever, I think last year, the Jason Biggs one, fucking awful.
Yeah.
But you know this. Yeah, it's charming. Craig Robinson and Joe Latruglio are doing a lot of heavy lifting in parts. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But like that scene with Joe Latruglio and Dustin Milligan, where Milligan's like, "Oh, you're a good-looking guy," and you know, but he's not trying to butter him up.
No, he's just saying it.
He's being sincere, and Joe Latruglio is appreciating it, and I just thought that was really charming.
Yep. It is. That's it.
Yeah.
It's the whole thing is incredibly, like you said, charming is the best word for it. It's my thing about Hot Frosty is we both went into it, I think, wanting to enjoy it and expecting to get something out of it, but expecting it to be a little bit crap. There will be people, and I've seen like reviews on it on Letterboxd, stuff like that, of people giving it like 1 star and half a star and saying, what is this crap? My point there would be, it's the 3rd week in November, right? Why have you watched it? You clearly have Netflix, so you clearly have the ability to watch other movies. You have Letterboxd, so you clearly enjoy movies enough to have a social media platform dedicated to them. Why would you watch something just intentionally to be shitty about it? It's fun. It's charming. It's 92 minutes. It's not preaching the word of God brought him to life or anything like that. It's just... I had a good time with it. I will probably watch it. It might not be an every year one, but it'll probably be an every other year one, or it might end up being because I'll watch a lot of Christmas stuff in my lunch breaks at work throughout December, and I work a lot throughout December. So, yeah, I'll probably end up watching this probably every year just because why the fuck not?
Yeah, it feels like one to add to the rotation.
Yep.
Fair play to it. I mean, not cinematic in the slightest, but it's made for Netflix and looks like it's made for Netflix, and that's absolutely fine. You wouldn't go see this in the cinema. It's elevated Hallmark Channel.
Oh yeah, it is, and that's what it is. But because it's not Hallmark, it doesn't have to be kind of like saccharine. It can get away with just being a little bit silly.
Yeah, I mean that scene where he's pushing the car and the woman's kind of like going, it's,
and he's literally pushing it like it's very suggestive. It's
just
great.
He's using his hips. Like, why not? Why not?
Why not? Yeah, why not? Good looking dude as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Hot Frosty, twice as good as Gladiator 2. Definitely not shit.
Yeah, definitely not shit. And right, all right then. We have a lovely audience. Hot Frosty, 100% definitely not shit.
There you go.
Yeah, well fucking done to that, because yeah, that made me smile when I saw that. I knew that was coming.
Nicely jobbed. Okay, steaming along now.
By the way, Muse Entertainment, do you know what their other, like, fucking biggies, film-wise, that they did?
Go on.
Their big hitters would be Blades of Glory.
Wow.
And The Fountain.
Great, of course.
A lot of TV stuff, but it's a lot of, like, very much, like, things that were probably on Sky One on the holidays. But yeah, it's always quite amusing to watch these things and where they came from.
That's fascinating. Right, okay. Here we go. Saturday Night is directed by and co-written by Jason Reitman, so he's almost fully to blame. Sorry, I'm not sorry. Stars, no, I'm not. Gabriel LaBelle, Rachel Sennett, Corey Michael Smith, Ella Hunt, Dylan O'Brien, Emily Fenn, Matt Wood, Lamont Morris, Kim Matula, Finn Wolfhard, and Nicholas Braun in the dual roles of Andy Kaufman and Jim Henson. At 11:30 p.m. on October 11th, 1975, a ferocious troupe of young comedians and writers changed television forever. Find out what happened behind the scenes in the 90 minutes leading up to the first broadcast of Saturday Night Live. Mark, Saturday Night.
Right. Because I know you really didn't get on with it, and I'm not going to say I did. But what I will say is, there's far too much assumed knowledge.
Yeah.
Like,
sorry. Yeah.
You could make this film. There's a lot of ways you could make this film better. You could make this film infinitely better if the first time any of the characters, the big characters, arrive on screen, you just did a little pause, and it just, because it's done documentary style, without question. You do a little pause, and it just goes, and it just cuts up and says, Chevy Chase. And then just add anything. You don't even need to have anything. You just go, Chevy Chase. And then you just did that. Just because, like, I got who Chevy Chase was. I got who Dan Aykroyd was. I got who John Belushi was. I obviously got who Lorne Michaels was. And I got who George Carlin and Billy Crystal. I'm going to be honest, I didn't get a lot of the female characters. But I don't know that much about that era Saturday Night Live. Or that much about Saturday Night Live in general. Probably because I don't think... I'm not even sure if it is shown on British TV now, but it wasn't for a very, 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 very long time. And, you know, partially because of, I would say, sexism and misogyny, the female cast members didn't get elevated as much as the male cast members. But, for instance, Bex didn't have a clue that Dylan O'Brien was Dan Aykroyd. And then when I said to her afterwards, she was like, oh, he was Dan Aykroyd. I was like, yeah.
Looked sexy in those shorts.
Did look sexy in those shorts. Bex is here.
Hi.
But the thing is, I enjoyed parts of Saturday Night Live, but it felt a little bit, not even a little bit, it felt a lot like it was basically going, Lorne Michaels is a genius, and he had this vision, and yeah, he maybe didn't have it quite all under control on the surface, but in his head, he always did. And Dan Aykroyd, well, he was just quite horny. Chevy Chase, he was an insecure prick. Milton Berle, did you know that he had a massive cock? John Belushi was this crazy fucking animal. And, you know, they've got all of these people around, but then you watch it going, Belushi seems like a bit of a dick. Dan Aykroyd seems like a sex pest. Chevy Chase seems like the movie didn't like Chevy Chase. And there are probably a lot of reasons to not like Chevy Chase. I'm not going to go against that. But I just kind of came away from it going, if you don't know all these people or love all of this, I just don't know why you'd give a shit. Like, and as well, the holy fuck, when the performances happen, I was watching them going, oh fuck, I'm not getting this. I'm not getting why you think this is funny. Because I don't know that sketch.
Yep.
That's
so,
the issue, I think,
like,
if you don't have a base knowledge of the show.
Well, that's it.
Kind of fucked.
When you've got Nicholas Braun doing the Andy Kaufman bit, and they're going, I've seen Andy Kaufman bits and have found Andy Kaufman funny, and I thought Nicholas Braun was fine at it, but I'm going, hang on a minute, I don't think Willem Dafoe's character is going to look at, and I know that the idea is he's not supposed to look at that and go, right, that's great. He's looking around and looking at the reaction and going, all right, I don't maybe get this, but I get the fact that all these cats do. That's the idea. But then I'm looking at it going, it just seems like they're laughing for the sake of laughing.
Yeah.
Rather than it actually being funny. And I have seen Andy Kaufman and know Andy Kaufman's funny. I just don't think that those bits were executed very well cinematically and filmically. Also, I said this to Bex, last thing I'll say before I let somebody else speak for a little bit. That is the third movie I've seen Gabriel LaBelle in the past sort of like year and a bit. And it was The Fabelmans, Snack
Is he the
Shack,
writer guy?
and this. So he was Lorne Michaels.
Oh, yeah.
So I've seen him in three things. And he's very different in each of them. but I'm not sure if he's any good in them. Which leads me to think now, is he this generation's Emile Hirsch? That he's going to crop up in loads and be vastly different in all of them, but you're never going to know, hang on a minute, is he good or is he just fine? And just really good at getting cast. Somebody else speak for a bit now.
I haven't got
Go on,
to
Bex.
say on this one, but it's I feel like I enjoyed it more than you, and I have less knowledge of any of the people involved. So maybe I didn't need to know it was Dan Aykroyd. Maybe it was just a funny guy getting objectified by women on a building site. Do you know what I mean? Like maybe base knowledge hurt. Like obviously Chevy Chase is Chevy Chase. It's not a bad Chevy Chase impression, and that's not an acting performance. That's an impression.
Can I just interject a little bit?
No.
You said you wanted to let someone else talk.
I know,
about it.
but I need to.
He did, that's why I said no.
I agree, but don't you think he was a little bit more Jim Carrey than Chevy Chase? I just got more of a Carrey vibe off him than a Chase vibe.
I don't think Chevy Chase does as much elastic facing as this kid did as his Chevy Chase.
Yeah.
But it wasn't an acting performance. It was an impression.
Yeah.
It was a caricature. But yeah, apart from that, obviously I knew Jim Belushi was Jim Belushi because they said his name every fucking...
John.
Alright,
John.
there we go.
Jim's the other one.
Jim's the other one. Is he
What?
a bumblebee as well?
He's not a bumblebee, no. He's cropped up in a lot of things.
Okay. But do you know what I mean? Like, because they kept saying his name over and over again. But like, I couldn't have named any of the people. I'm not au fait with Saturday Night Live. It's not really very fucking funny, to be perfectly honest. Has the occasional funny sketch that goes everywhere and people are like, oh my god, I'll have to seek this out and watch it, and then watch a show and go, huh. Okay. So it's not all funny then. So, yeah, I think maybe less base knowledge worked better?
Possibly.
I liked his sassy wife.
Rachel Sennett?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, she's great and everything.
The fact that she just keeps like flirting with people to get what she wants is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and really that's all I've got to say on it, because like I say, I don't know the law.
Ian,
Law. I know the LAW law.
what do you think?
The thing is, I mean, what you were saying there, Mark, I think is just on the money. It's anyone watch? I don't know, because Bex, you enjoyed it. I don't know who this is aimed at, except for people who are like Saturday Night Live obsessives. What does it say about
I
anything?
think the Saturday Night obsessives would get annoyed at this. Because they'd know...
So who's it for?
Exactly. Who's it for?
It's for Becky. Well, that's great. I mean,
Idiots
that's
all about Saturday Night Live.
More stuff made for Becky, I say. I think that's a good way of going about things. But at the same time, sorry, Becky, Saturday Night can go fuck itself. And it genuinely... Like, I watched quite a lot of SNL on YouTube. You know, I'm not going to say I've got like a massive... a massive backing in it, but I do quite like SNL. I think that there's a sketch that Simu Liu did a few years back about a dog man, which I watch semi regularly because I find it very funny.
I mean, I've watched like the Mark Wahlberg Talks to Animals quite a lot.
That is good.
Yeah.
But it is, though. It is like sifting a fucking river for gold.
But it is. But then I've watched pretty much every Chris Farley sketch.
Oh, he's not fucking funny,
Because
though.
I find Chris Farley incredibly funny.
But you're an idiot. This is established canon.
I'm fine with that.
Chris Farley has his moments, though. He really does.
I mean, Chris Farley has the greatest ever entrance to a interview ever, where he basically just takes a shitload of cocaine, runs on, grabs a man, runs out of the studio, throws a man in the trash, and then runs back in the studio.
I think that's a good time.
It's fucking great.
That guy was gone too soon, I swear to God. Fucking hell. But no, I mean...
He seemed to have a good time, though, while he was here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he did. It just... This film, and Saturday Night Live in general, just feels so pleased with itself, and so this is important. And I don't see anything in this which is making me think, yes, that was important. And, this is with the recent knowledge that they had Kamala Harris on, basically doing a political advert in their cold open the Saturday before the election. And it had zero effect. And there's I think a realization that a lot of liberal America and a lot of the liberal world is having right now is not everyone agrees with you. Not everyone thinks the things that you think are important are important. And I consider myself a centre left person. But I think a lot of my conceptions of what I thought were right have been challenged over the last few years, and in my working life as well. And I won't talk about that too much, but I won't really talk about it. But get to Saturday Night, it feels like a film made for an echo chamber, and that is providing zero value to culture, and so apart from the fact it was the 50th anniversary of SNL, I don't quite know how this got greenlit. And as I've said all along, and I'm not surprised, it's made fuck all worldwide. And it's had fuck all impression. But Bex, I'm glad you got something out of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was a fun enough chaotic watch about putting on a TV show. It didn't matter to me that it was Saturday Night Live. But to your point, it perpetuates the circle jerk that's referenced in the movie.
Sure. Yeah.
It is, and there's it. I think it almost picks the wrong person to follow.
Yeah, he's a knob.
But you don't. I'm watching it going, why do I give a shit about you? Follow everybody.
There's not even any text saying Lorne Michaels has run Saturday Night Live for 50 years. Like in 2024, it'll be his 50th year. He has helped launch the careers of Chris Farley, Adam Sandler, Will Ferrell. Do that. Give some context.
There to be a bit at the end.
At the end.
Where there was like clips from the actual first show.
That's what I thought it was going to be at the end when it comes like that. And it isn't. And it's just a bit like, it feels really half-arsed.
You all know who these people are.
Yeah.
Oh, Aykroyd. Dan Aykroyd. He's going to pronounce his name wrong because it's obviously Aykroyd, isn't it? We all know that. I don't know. I don't know who Gilda Radner is. I've got no fucking idea who she is.
Nope.
But apparently she was important.
Yeah.
Garrett Morris, I know, because he was in the Kat Dennings sitcom Two Broke Girls.
Yep.
And apparently he was a playwright. Cool, great, but I don't fucking know that. It just the liking the smell of fartsness of Saturday Night is huge. And it just so happens it's written and co-written and directed by a dude who fucking loves the smell of his own farts.
Yeah. Just chief Nepo baby at the moment, he seems to be.
But I mean, I genuinely, I hope Hollywood are like, right, you make a Ghostbusters, it kind of does fuck all. Now we've given you this, and it's going to lose a lot of money. Mm-hmm. I think it's done less than 10 million in the US. I'd be surprised if it does 1 million internationally. What are you there for, Jason Reitman?
And Aykroyd's come out and gone, I am done with Ghostbusters now.
Oh yeah, because he's handed it off to a new cast and they're going to do... No, they're not. There's not going to be another Ghostbusters in this lineage.
No,
they'll do another one in 10 years and it's going to have nothing to do with anyone.
Yeah, exactly. They, it maybe didn't quite lose money for us an Empire, but it certainly didn't make any.
But that's the thing. It didn't really do anything for us an Empire. It didn't do anything. So yeah, look, I mean, genuine. I would have loved to have liked Saturday Night.
And to be fair, even though your hatred of Reitman is there, you did message me after you watched the trailer saying, "Do you know what? Fuck, that looks quite good."
I think I said on here that I thought the trailer looked good.
So yeah.
But I just found it interminable. The John Baptiste soundtrack as well, where it's like all the jazzy riffing, kind of like all stuff's going wrong. While stuff's going on in the back, fuck off. No. If I want to watch chaos, I'll watch Birdman.
The thing is, it's not even because it's actually the idea is that you're following it in real time, but it's not even in real time.
No.
It adds time into the real time and makes it longer.
You can't even get that right.
Yeah.
It's 90 minutes before the first transmission of Saturday Night Live. No, it's not. It's about 100.
Yeah. It's like, just make it 90 minutes. Have a ticking clock in the fucking corner. You can do that.
It'd be a more interesting conceit, though, if it was literally real time. At least that's something.
Yeah. The guy did a really good Billy Crystal impression.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. But I knew that Billy Crystal didn't get on the Saturday Night Live thing, and the story that they're telling is that they're saying in that is true because it's in Billy Crystal's autobiography.
Oh, the fact that he got pissed off that Lorne Michaels cut his time.
Yeah.
Oh, one of them was supposed to be Billy Crystal.
Yeah, the guy whose time got cut.
Who needed 3 minutes.
Yeah.
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 That was supposed to be Billy Crystal?
Yeah.
Did not know that.
I mean, did you not get it from the voice?
No.
And the fact that he looks like Billy Crystal?
He doesn't though.
He does.
Or sound like him.
He did sound like him. He did.
Sure.
I listened to 19 hours of Billy Crystal's autobiography.
Well, then maybe...
I know what Billy Crystal sounds like. Hang
on, what did we watch recently where someone does a really good Jack Nicholson?
Doctor Sleep.
No, we watched something recently. I was like, actually, that's a really good Jack Nicholson. What the fuck was that?
It was Tom Cruise as a good Jack Nicholson and A Few Good Men.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. He does a really good bit.
Yeah, he does,
yeah. Where am I with it? I think it's a bit shit. I was touching cloth, but then it basically gives everybody else a pass and shits on Chevy Chase. And people are allowed to shit on Chevy Chase, there's a lot of reasons too. But the man still made Fletch, so... Where are you, Bex?
Yeah, well, the thing is, I enjoyed it. I can't say it's good. So it's probably a touching cloth or possibly even shit. I'm not arguing that it's not shit. It's so inconsequential and happy with itself that I just dislike its smugness. But I just enjoyed it well enough. Mm. So probably touching cloth for that reason.
I mean, definitely not shit 33% and shit 67%. Mm. Our audience is pretty much with us at the moment.
Yeah, very much so. Right, so I think so Bex, before we get on to what you've been watching, Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning, first trailer. What do you reckon? Ing.
Yeah, it looks alright.
That's it.
It's no Fallout, is it? That's the thing.
Honestly,
they just can't do it again.
The Fallout trailer 3 times since the Final Reckoning trailer came out.
Would you say that Fallout trailer is one of your favourite movies
Yeah,
of all time?
probably, yeah. You might have to go on the list.
It's mad how they just can't get close to that.
Yeah.
Like, they're good trailers.
This is
They
better
ain't
than
Fallout.
This is better than Dead Reckoning Part 1 trailer.
Yeah.
It made me want to rewatch Dead Reckoning because I enjoyed Dead Reckoning. This trailer's better. I like. It feels like it's the culmination of something. The fact that they're pulling from other movies as well. I do quite like that.
I don't like that Hayley Atwell is the final girl.
Yeah.
She can fuck
She's
right off.
not in it a lot, though, is she, this trailer?
No, but she might be in the movie fucking loads.
I just don't think she's going to be.
She's no Michelle Monaghan and she's no Ilsa Faust.
I think she's maybe a little bit more Monaghan.
I like Monaghan.
Monaghan's fine, but Monaghan has... There are people who have, like, resting bitch face and all these other faces. She has puppy has just died face.
Oh, but she's lovely. Monaghan would get it over Hayley Atwell. Hayley Atwell looks like she'd be a bit of a passenger princess.
She does look like that, yeah.
Yeah, gonna need Ilsa to, like, rock up and kittle
Honestly,
Hayley Atwell.
Yeah, if it turns out that it was the reason they killed her off screen is because she's not actually, like, dead or something like that, or they've somehow, like, brought her back. That 10 out of 10 banger film of the year. Because that is why I'm pissed off. That is why I'm pissed off with the Final Reckoning trailer, because I'm still pissed off with Dead Reckoning.
I don't think that's going to happen because she wanted to go and make Silo instead.
Fucking stupid fucking dumbass.
No, she physically struggled with the sheer level of action that she was having to do.
That's a fucking job.
All right, Angela Bassett.
I don't understand that reference.
That's the job from Fallout.
Yeah. Well,
That's
you know what?
very
She's
disappointing.
fucking right.
Yeah, that was bad. That Beck, she dropped the ball there.
I'm right with Angela Bassett. I'm still really pissed off with Dead Reckoning. Like, it was my most disappointing film of that year and remains one of the most disappointing cinematic experiences of my life.
It's your Prometheus, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is.
It
makes me cry.
We need to rewatch it.
Sorry, thinking about it, because it's like, how did it go from such dizzying fucking arm reloading heights to that?
I think the problem that the Mission Impossible movies are going to have is Fallout. We were talking about the Mount Rushmore earlier, weren't we, Ian, of action movies. There's a possibility you should have Fallout on there. There's a possibility it should be Point Break, Die Hard, Seven Samurai, and Fallout.
It's just perfect, isn't it? It's just so beautiful.
It was interesting.
Really good trailer.
Was interesting that the rabbit's foot's in it though.
Fine.
Yeah, what did that mean?
Yeah. I am looking forward to it. There's a lot set in water. Water terrifies me but fascinates me. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, sure, whatever. But then she fucking dives in, doesn't she, and rescues him or whatever in the trailer. Fuck off, Hayley.
Anyway.
I just find her such an energy sapping screen presence.
Okay.
She should be in a movie with that Static Man.
I think she was in like a TV series with him, wasn't she?
Probably, yeah.
Which Static Man?
Anthony Mackie.
Oh, yeah, okay, I thought it was going to be Anthony Mackie. Right.
He of the weak chin.
Yeah. And Bex, what else have you been watching, dude?
Oh, Things, actually, this week. I watched Things.
Oh, Things.
I can't start a new computer game because I'm still too sad about finishing Silent Hill 2. So,
What's the next computer game you got your eye on?
Oh, God, sorry. Glitched then.
Glitch?
Yeah. I'm going back to Alan Wake. I'm doing Alan Wake Control and then Alan Wake 2.
You can do Control.
Have you played... Oh, you're doing them all.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And then I'm going in Biohazard. Resident Evil Biohazard. I'm going to do that. I'm going to hide behind that little chest while that woman stomps up and down here, and I'm going to think of you.
Yeah, you need to buy yourself a used PSVR headset and do... Like, that's the way you need to do it. I'm half tempted to post you our Meta Quest 2 and get you to try Resident Evil 4 in VR.
I don't know whether I'd cope. I just really want to play Silent Hill 2 again at this point. I'm genuinely really sad at finishing it.
I'm gonna look up how cheap a used PSVR headset is, so you could do Resident Evil 7 in VR.
Fair. Alright, while you do that, so have you done the ones we watched together?
Yes.
Okay. So I watched 12 Monkeys.
Oh, you did, yeah.
Yeah. I really fucking like 12 Monkeys. It's a lot funner than I remember it being. I remember it being quite serious, and it's just fucking not.
No, it's not.
It's a Gilliam movie. What was I thinking?
No. Do you know what my favourite 12 Monkeys fact is?
Go on.
That all the sets.
Yeah.
Basically, Gilliam took the set designers, took the set crafters, basically to like this old like storage facility for like broken tech, effectively, and it was a big fucking like storage warehouse, and said, I basically need these things making. Use all this crap to make it. And they went,
the future set.
Yeah. And they went, so what? But you need like a chair. I need a chair and I need it to move, but I don't want you to make it using any shit you find in here. And they were like, are you kidding? Like, just what designs are you basing it off? And he was like, just go wild. And they just did. And he was like, it was amazing. All these things worked, but all the TVs that were around it, they found ones that worked and put them around. He said, and he was like saying it after, said, there's shit that they built that isn't in the movie that was incredible.
The future set design is really good, and the ending, because I always forget what happens at the end, which is quite a nice little quirk of my brain. I often forget the endings of movies, and then I can watch them again. The ending's really, really, really good. Because, like, I mean, spoilers for a
30-year-old movie? 28-year-old movie?
Like, when he dies at the end, it's like, oh, what the fuck? Like, this virus, it's going to spread, what's going to happen? And then, like, bad guy gets on the plane. And then one of the ladies from the future is there, and she's like, I work in insurance, because he's got his message back to her, and she's come to do the next bit. And it's like, it's just, I always forget that happens. Like, I always think it's a really bleak ending, and it's not.
No. Good film.
David Morse is a good ponytail baddie as well.
Oh, David Morse is a great baddie.
And What's Her Face is in it that you like?
Madonna.
No.
Madeline Starr.
That's the one. That's the badger. So then after that, BBC iPlayer were like, oh, enjoy 12 Monkeys, did you? Here, watch Equals. Not really the same. But
sci-fi, mate.
Yeah, do you know what? It's got stuff though. Like it's not bad. I was, because I like Kirsten Stewart, but like more, I guess, more recent.
Lesbian-y.
More lesbian-y Kirsten Stewart. Watching her play like a straight role is really odd. But she's still just Kirsten Stewart.
I like Kirsten Stewart when she's a big old gay.
And having a romance with like Nicholas Hoult.
Okay.
I think the fact that they're supposed to be emotionally suppressed and a bit robotic works in her favour in this.
That doesn't sound like it would work in Nicholas Holt's favour.
Well, no, because he starts awakening.
That sounds like it'd work in his favour.
And he's just real cute, isn't he? I like Nicholas Hoult. But yeah, it's got like shades of 1984. It's got like Romeo and Juliet. Is that right?
Isn't it like a really early A24 movie?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's got like Romeo and Juliet kind of tones to bits of it, and yeah, it's just, and then it's just got a real nice little ending.
Nice.
But yeah, it's really a lot better than I anticipated.
Good.
And Jacqueline Weaver's in there, which is always fun.
It is always fun, actually. To be
fair. Okay. So and then I was like, finished that. I'm on iPlayer. Let's see what else they've got on the movies on here. Let's have a look. Let's look through alphabetically. And I got to T. A little movie called Threads.
Threads?
Yeah, man. And I watched it, and then I had nightmares.
I watched that shit in school.
I've never seen it before. It's horrifying.
Yeah, that is horrifying. Yeah, it's exactly the word I was going to say.
And especially like now. Like now, everything I've seen today on the news has been, nuclear war, guys. Russia are building bunkers. And it's like, I don't need to see that after I've just watched Threads, thank you. Go away. So yeah, watch Threads. Horrific. Animals die. They're not off limits. You just see charred remains of dogs and cats and things. People die.
Yeah, in a nuclear fallout, Becky, I don't think the nuclear fallout goes, oh, wait a minute, not the pets.
But most films don't really show you it, do they?
This film wants you to cry. Wants you to be horrified.
Do you know what? I didn't cry. I think I just sat there slack-jawed throughout the entire thing. Like, I'd heard it was bad.
Bleak.
It surprised me with how bad. And I think as well, because the thing is, like, I was watching it for a real long time, and like there was no bomb, and then when it actually happens, like, because it's spent all that time building these people up as people in your brain, it is just all the more horrifying.
Yep.
I don't want to say too much because you want to watch it, don't you?
I've watched it, but I watched it, God, fucking
a billion years ago.
Getting on for 30 years ago, yeah.
Yeah. Give it another watch. Maybe not right now.
I will.
Give it another watch. And then I also followed your lead and watched Lightyear.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did.
You like it as much as he did?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it, actually. It's real sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Socks can cough, spit darts at people.
Just fucking
It's
great.
exactly what he highlighted as well.
It's just great. The other moment I didn't mention when I reviewed it there is the bit, because I was like dead with laughter. It's the bit just after, where they run off and then fucking Buzz stops and turns around and looks and goes, wait a minute, was that meant for me?
It was the bit where it's like, I didn't know you could do that. And Socks kind of looks like, on his face, he's just like,
Did
I?
I?
Either, really.
What a fucking guy.
I mean, I really didn't enjoy the bit where Old Socks bites it. Ian, have you seen it?
Like it, yeah. I took Lottie to see it in IMAX.
Really, really didn't enjoy the bit where Old Socks with his like half burnt off face gets stomped on.
Yeah, that was a bit. I hoped he would come back.
Yeah, and like Old Socks and New Socks could be friends. So yeah, but it is. I mean, the thing is, the stuff with Socks, like Socks, is the very definition of mild peril, isn't it? Like the bit where he's like, what?
That's exactly the same.
Oh, really? The bit where he's like floating off into space and you're like, no! But it's only for like half a second. And she catches him by his tail.
Yeah, but you're still going, no!
Yeah. But it's like, but he never gets very far. Like, it is mild peril. So, yeah.
I love how into it you two were. God, that's great.
I really enjoyed it. Yeah, it really bothered you as well, didn't it? The voice to start off with. It was just Buzz to me.
But it didn't bother me. I couldn't work it out in my brain.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. I mean, not like it bothered you. Like, no, Tim Allen is the only Buzz Lightyear for me.
It must be the Tool Man.
Tim the Toolman Taylor.
It must be the Tool Man. Good.
Yeah, so really, really enjoyed it actually. Yeah, good times. Not sure who it was made for, but good times.
This guy.
Yeah, just us. More films made for Becky. Yeah, that's me.
That's great.
That's me. And then at some point, I'm not going to be too exhausted to play Alan Wake, and that's going to be my life again.
Nice.
You haven't played Control yet, have you?
No, but I'm going to do Alan Wake first. I'm going to be controlled, and then I'm going to play it. Because you said that was the order to do it in.
Yes. And there's a Control multiplayer game coming out next year, so if you like Control,
yeah,
maybe we could do that. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
It could be good. Yeah. And Control 2's coming at some point as well, so lots to come.
Very exciting.
Good stuff.
Very exciting.
Yeah. Hey, right, okay, cool. I completely forgot that Strange Darling. I'm going to blame you not going to see Gladiator 2 for me being discombobulated, Mark.
Someone said it was shit. I think it was
Someone didn't tell me they didn't see it until we were literally recording.
You dickhead, Mark.
The intro was, we're going to cut Gladiator 2. No, we're not. I didn't see it. I completely forgot.
It's fine. Okay, so The Strange Darling is written and directed by J.T. Molnar and stars Willa Fitzgerald, Kyle Golner, And Ed Begley Jr. and Barbara Hershey also play relatively big parts. Nothing is what it seems when a twisted one-night stand spirals into a serial killer's vicious murder spree. Sure. All spoilers all the time, and the way that Strange Darling plays out is done in such a way that, you don't want to really know anything going in other than the log line, quite frankly. So all spoilers all the time. Becky, Strange Darling, what do you think to it?
Yeah, really loved it actually. I was very anticipating that I would. That's not right. I can't word today. I very much thought that I would. The trailer, such as it is, and the limited buzz that I've allowed myself to be exposed to, kind of suggested that it would be my bag, and it very much is. The only complaints really I've seen about it are that, the twist's really easy to guess. Yeah, it's not a fucking twist, it's just part of the movie, dumb fuck.
Yeah.
You know, it's not a twist, it's just part of it. It presents itself really quite early on.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's a really nice subversion of the serial killer trope. I was very early on. You could guess that it was her, not him. But I was kind of like, why is he chasing a wife? Oh, he's a cop.
So, okay, just to say, the one thing that tripped me up from that is where he's going, here, kitty, kitty. Mm. He's a cop. Why would he be doing that?
That was the bit I was a bit like, that feels weird. But I think...
just tortured him and carved letters into his chest. I think he'd be fucking pissed off.
I think cocaine answers that question.
Yeah, there is cocaine.
Yeah, it's a stretch.
I mean, I've never done cocaine, so I can't really say, but I think it does mess with you a little bit and make you a bit weird. From what I gather.
I have, but I also, haven't had that.
You don't strike me as a hey, kitty guy, though, Ian. I'm not going to lie.
I don't know how to react to that.
I don't think you'd be stalking women in their lingerie around going...
No, sure. But sorry, it's a minor point. Yeah, all right. It just, like, it feels like, you maybe have to do some reaching in order to get to a point where it makes sense.
I will agree that is the bit out of all of it that was a little bit like, I thought exactly the same thing. It was a little bit like so if he's not the killer, why is he acting so much like a killer by doing that? I did answer the thing with cocaine at the end of it, but I can absolutely see, I think it's a legitimate, but there's this.
But I think I'm a fairly, like, straight-laced lady in day-to-day life, and I think if someone had carved letters into my chest and tortured me and then left me for dead, and I knew I had them fucking trapped somewhere in that house, I might be gloating a bit as well and being a bit of a cunt about it.
Oh no, I might be opening that and going, wait. I have a better idea. Let's fucking team up.
You do like a crazy lady. Just
sorry.
Just really fucking good. Just really, really, really fucking solid movie. And I don't think we've had many of them this year. I think it's been a really fucking poor year for cinema. And I think this is just a real fucking solid entry as a movie. Like, it feels like a whole damn meal of delicious food. And I just really loved it. I like Kyle Gallner. I thought Willa Fitzgerald owns the fuck out of this movie. And poor Ed Begley Jr. Poor Ed. And when he's dying, he's just like, Percocet. And it's like, oh, Ed, no, mate, you've got a knife in your chest, bud. Yeah.
Nice.
Loved it.
Mark? Oh, sorry.
No, that's it. I'm done.
Yeah. Cool. Mark?
I'm really liking this. Kyle Gallner has kind of realised, oh, hang on a minute. I was like hot shit for like about 18 seconds 15 years ago. why can't... But people recognise my face because I have a recognisable face. But also, I don't look just like a go-to emo anymore. I look like a pretty hot dude.
He is pretty hot.
So
it's a hot cast.
He's just going to crop up in like genre pics and be just pretty fucking fun in them. It's like you said, the twist that isn't really a twist. It's just the narrative that just kind of throws you to a side. It's fun. I think it's really playful. I like the fact that she's just a dick. She's just a dick. And she gets a comeuppance, but you also still kind of like her.
And I love the fact that she just gets taken out by a gun-toting fucking truck driver.
Yeah, and she's trying to kill her. And the fact that it's a woman as well.
Yeah.
I like the fact that it makes sense. I like the fact that she just keeps announcing to people who she is.
There's one drop stitch in it for me, and I can't remember the exact quote, but there's some fucking blah blah blah, women blah blah blah, misogyny kind of quote in it, and it's like, no, you already had the message. You did not have to apply that sledgehammer to that walnut. It was already there. It was fine.
That is why Letterboxd doesn't like it, because there's kind of accusations that like it's a film that hates women because it's basically the argument to believe women, and there's that moment where like the reveal happens in the cop car, and then the cop says to the female cop, "You dumb bitch." I think it was, and it's really difficult. But are we actually with that argument? Are we actually saying that we just can't have films where women are serial killers anymore?
No, that's not what I was sort of getting at.
To be clear, that wasn't what I was saying. What you were saying,
yeah.
Like it's just like the reaction to it. But it does, it does nail it a little bit too much. I don't think you need to state that and make that be a thing in this film necessarily, and that does be a great turn of phrase. Dropped stitch. I don't think I've ever heard of that, Becky, but I really like that.
You may use it,
but yeah, no, I will. Thank you. But a lot of the reaction to the film has been, oh, it's some guy who thinks he's Tarantino and he's being controversial and he's being misogynist. Blah blah blah. I don't necessarily think it's misogynist. I think that one line is maybe a bit too far.
The thing is, there's an element now of, right, so you can't have characters that might not even necessarily be misogynist, but might say something in a month that could be construed as misogynist. You can't have that anymore, because then that makes the entire film that. It's the whole, you can't give Sam Rockwell an Academy Award. He played a racist. But
he isn't a racist.
Character. He's not a racist.
He played a character and he convinced you.
Yeah,
so that's a good performance.
It's alright. It's like, what? So we're not allowed to give bad people, bad characters. You're not allowed to have bad characters in movies anymore. There's an element of that, and I like the fact that we're kind of seem to be moving away from that, of people going, oh, fuck off, to that.
Yeah.
A little bit. I mean, the fact is, she gets one over on pretty much everybody.
She's real good at it.
She's real fucking good at it. And she gets her ear shot off.
She does get her ear shot off. So, obviously we watched it separately, didn't we?
We did.
You know the bit where she's in the clinic? Whatever clinic it
is?
And she keeps going, out with her.
Yeah.
Were you in your brain going,
Ma? Yeah. Yeah.
Archer's got a lot to answer.
Yeah, it does.
But yeah, I thought she dealt with that really well, because I think in a lot of movies that would have just been, she'd have got shot in the ear, there'd have been a bit of blood, and then like she'd have occasionally referenced it by being in pain. But like it's the continuation of the acting. Like it would affect like how she could hear, how she could move her face and stuff like that. I just think it's really it's a very nuanced performance, and I think she fucking nails it.
It's full-blooded.
Yeah.
For sure. I like the fact that Kyle Gallner, he seems to be very good at playing these roles where he is very much going, I'm going to play the not tough guy. Like, I'm not going to play. I'm going to play the tough guy that's actually not. That's going to get. He seems to get his ass kicked by women a lot in movies, and I think it's quite fun.
Isn't he a cop in Smile as well?
Yeah, and he was in something else as well recently. He's been in quite a bit recently, and they've all been like genre horror picks.
Yeah.
He seems to be a bit of a genre boy these days.
Yeah.
And that feels like the right path.
It does feel like the
I'm
right
here for
path.
it, though. We'll keep him. It's
Scream. He was in Scream as well. The Scream remake. And he's...
Fuck, was he, oh god, the son of the blonde copper?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's done he's got another one out last year called The Passenger, which I've heard actually pretty decent things about. It's just like a good genre pick. So I'll be sort of chasing that down. I really, really enjoyed it. Very up my street.
If Transformers 1 didn't exist, this would be my film of the year.
Would
so
it?
far.
Very nice.
Wow, yeah, nice.
I mean, it's, visually pleasing psychotic lady.
What do you mean visually pleasing?
I'm saying she you could call her quite attractive, I think.
She spends quite a lot of the runtime doing just a runtime.
I didn't notice that because I was too busy taking up the performance element and everything like that. Yeah.
So, in the boy chat, I was talking about the film while I was watching it. I was like, Mark, there's one film that I would reference, but it would just completely spoil things. But it's like, Gone Girl.
Yeah. It is. It's very Gone Girly, isn't it?
Very Gone Girl vibes.
Yeah. It's Gone Girl if Gone Girl were like were full blown B movie rather than A-list B movie.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. It's got B movie sensibilities with a just a real glossy fucking finish to it as well. Yeah. Like it's a good looking movie.
It uses light really. I guarantee you, Martin Scorsese fucking loves this movie because the use of like fucking filling the screen with colour. It's very... Scorsese is a huge fan of that element of it.
I was a bit concerned that the chapters being played out of sequence would feel a bit bollocksy, but it don't...
I was a little bit concerned when it got to like chapter 4 and I was like, it's 28 fucking minutes in, what the shit happens in the fucking other two chapters?
Yeah. I mean, like, it's a little bit cheeky to then go, oh, there's an epilogue.
Yeah. It looks fucking great. Giovanni Ribisi as the director of photography.
Looks great.
Go on then. Hope he. I like the fact that he's come out and said, "Yeah, I've been sort of studying and I've been learning to do it, and I went to film school to learn to do it. I shadowed some DOPs, and that's it. I want to shoot movies now. It's like, fucking go on then.
Go for it.
You've proved you can. Yeah.
I will say the shot on 35mm film at the start
was a little bit.
Come on, guy. Like
there was an element of right. I know you're flexing, and I kind of dig it, but you don't need to do that.
Yeah.
I appreciate the flex, but I can see why many might not.
It's just a bit much. That's all. But yeah, definitely not shit.
Oh, definitely shit. Yeah.
Yeah, a cracking film.
We'll probably, it probably will be in my top 10 of the year.
Nice. Yeah, it could be in mine as well.
Our audience poll. Well, do you know what? I praised audience. I praised you for Hot Frosty. 33% definitely not shit, and shit 67%.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, you've let yourself down there from your Hot Frosty high.
Did they agree with you?
100%.
Yeah, they did.
Fucking hell.
Well, don't knock it till you've tried it.
Yeah, exactly. You can't say shit.
Yep, it's a good film. It's a good film. Right, we do have some questions. Ethan Barr. Actually, it's not even a question. This not a question. Still love the show. Keep it up, folks. He's catching up. He'll be caught up before year end, but he does this. He watches the films first.
Yeah, that's right. He does. Yeah.
And then what he ends up doing is he mainlines like shitloads of it in November and December.
First.
Yeah.
Thank you for the lovely feedback.
Yeah. Dylan says, Rebecca Hall regrets apologising for working with Woody Allen.
Yeah.
What are your film-related regrets? Constantly praising Rebecca Hall.
It's
no, if you wouldn't want to regret it, fine, don't. But maybe you should.
it's a little bit. You didn't have to say that.
Yeah, it's a little bit like, you maybe just did.
Inside Out 2.
Nice.
Film regrets. Not seeing Lightyear on IMAX. I don't know, to be honest. I don't really regret that much in film because my feeling a lot of the time with film is it's basically like donuts or pizza. Even when you have a bad one, it's still a donut or a pizza. So it's pretty fucking good.
Oh, Mark, you've not seen Inside Out 2.
I'm gonna watch it because I don't think it's going to be anywhere near as bad. But then there's Lewis Black's in that, so I'm all right with it.
Not in it, like his face isn't there. He's a cartoon.
Well, yeah. Well, I don't know. I haven't seen it, so shush. Spoiler alert.
No, sorry, Digimation.
Film-related regrets. All right, I've got a mild one. Kind of film-related. Buying the 3 Rambo Master System games on eBay when I was drunk one night for a combined total of £88 when I don't even have a Sega Master System.
You could. How much is a Master System on eBay? Come on.
They're about sort of
much.
50, 60 quid now. Because retro gaming's back in fucking vogue, isn't it?
So that's why you suddenly got a retro gaming boner.
No, this was ages ago. I bought this years ago. I've been contemplating doing the retro gaming thing for like years, haven't I? But never actually do it because I think the idea of doing it is better than the actuality of doing it. Whereas if I can spend like 30 quid to do it, I'm all right with that. But buying like a Master System and buying games, I'm just not that into it. But I was when I was drunk one night.
Yes. Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah. Not my worst drunk purchase though, online. That was the San Pellegrino.
The massive crate of San
Yeah.
What about the googly eyes?
So, no, not the googly eyes. San Pellegrino, right, so, we only get certain flavours in the UK. Well, when I was drunk, I noticed on eBay you could buy more flavours. And so I spent, was it about £185, wasn't it? 185 quid on a crate of 96 cans of imported San Pellegrino.
Your argument was that you wanted something nice to drink on Christmas Day.
Yep.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Completely forgot I'd ordered it, hadn't I, as well? Yeah.
Idiot.
Don't buy stuff when I'm drunk now.
No.
So that would be mine. The Master System ones, not the what is it? Any more for any more?
Nicely done. No.
Andrew, let's just say what UK specifies this? What UK TV show would you want to witness a Saturday night style film about?
Blind Date.
Oh, fucking hell!
No,
That's Woman of the Hour.
Yeah, basically. I'd like to see like a behind the scenes making of Ghostwatch. Like, did they think they were going to pull it off? Did they think people would think it was real?
That'd be quite good, actually.
I think that would be really good.
Yeah.
Ghostwatch is such a fucking banger.
I'd either go for something like Bottom, because I think it'd be funny.
Yeah.
Or a genuine, I think, good one would be one of the mid episodes that was shown like after 9 o'clock of TFI Friday, where they were all just fucking drunk.
Yeah, I remember that.
Really fucking drunk, and you had fucking Chris Evans and Danny Baker just walking around bollock naked on it because they were just fucking hammered. And
no one would want to see that. But...
like Sean Ryder
Coward.
was there calling Bono a cunt.
I mean,
fair,
yeah.
But it's just like years later, Danny Baker was like, I mean, it was the bad idea of inviting, like, why did we invite Sean Ryder at the same show as Bono?
Yeah.
Yep. God, yeah. Chris Evans introducing Manson as his wide open space with Manson because he was just fucking hammered. And just while Manson tried to play wide open space, you could just see Paul Gascoigne just in the background swaying.
Brian Molko strikes me as someone who would be really like self-serious.
Brian Molko?
Yeah, he's the...
Not Manson. Paul Draper, I think.
Placebo, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh god, yeah, they're different bands.
Yeah.
I had a bad day, everyone. Sorry. But Brian Molko does strike me as someone who would be self-serious.
Yeah, probably.
It's true.
Yeah.
Some sort of live episode of something that's not usually live. I'm like, what have they done that's...
They did an episode of Hollyoaks live once.
Because, I swear they've done, like, an EastEnders live.
Yeah, they have. They've done I'm sure they've done an EastEnders and they've done a Coronation Street. There was, like, a little theme for a while where they did this.
A real dark, traumatic, gritty, like, behind-the-scenes making of Jim Will Fix It. There's some real dark shit in there.
Fucking hell.
Rough.
Yeah.
Just exposing something that's already exposed, but you know what I mean.
Well, that successfully bummed me out.
Yeah.
You are welcome.
Yeah.
Just the Big Break 1991 Christmas special.
Where John Virgo and Jim Davidson had a erotic encounter.
Where they were just what again you would deem as bunny ears and drink again, just casually racist throughout.
What was that Lad Maggie TV show, football TV show?
Oh,
Soccer
fantasy
AM.
football.
Oh,
Soccer AM.
not Soccer AM.
The fact there was two of them there. Oh my god, fantasy football would be a decent one.
Yeah.
Jeff Astle coming out in blackface as Jason Lee. With a pineapple strapped to his head.
Was it Soccer AM that was hosted by someone that it either was called or looks like they were called like Tim?
Yeah,
Tim Lovejoy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looked like a Tim as well, didn't he?
There is some funny moments of that, like when one of the like essentially like staff members who became a character, who played like a character on the show, punches him in the face, but actually on live air, accidentally full blown like fucking smacked him in the face and like knocked him to the floor, and he had to present the rest of the segment with his nose just pouring with blood.
That does seem like it would be fun. But yeah, my real answer is Ghostwatch.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. Right.
Okay.
That was it for questions. What are we covering next
Feels
week,
like
Ian?
us. We are going to watch a musical where I think none of us know any of the songs at all. But one of them is called Defying Gravity, and apparently it's a banger.
Wait. What? Whoa, wait. Oh, I thought it's based on an actual musical, isn't it? So the songs are going to be not new songs. They're the songs from the musical, aren't they?
Yeah.
Somebody just clicked with me that.
Oh my god, you are special, aren't you? I love you.
I love you too. Oh my god, it's 2 hours 40.
And it's a part one, baby. And apparently, all the good songs are in the first half. So in part two, they're making new songs for the film.
Of course.
So, good stuff.
Oof.
But yeah, we're going to be talking Wicked next week.
Is that all we've got?
Yeah.
That's all that's out, dude. Everyone's running away from it.
From Wicked, yeah. It is. And apparently it's good.
No,
That-
I don't doubt it.
That's the thing. It's like it's going to be an Oscar front runner.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's a really good story. If it sticks to the story of the book,
Apparently it does.
then it's a really good story. I don't see that there's enough story to warrant splitting it into two parts. That's just a cash grab.
I don't normally read reviews, but I read a review from somebody who was saying, I went into this thinking this is going to be shit. It's great.
Fair.
I'm looking forward to it. Don't know how much I am looking forward to 2 hours 40 minutes of it.
That's long.
It's excessive.
It is excessive.
Yeah.
And Becky, thank you for giving me a YouTube link to the Fallout trailer.
You're welcome. Every once in a while, I'll just pepper it in there.
Yeah, okay.
You
good
do
stuff.
actually every once in a while just message me it. or make me sit down to watch it.
I'm going to make you sit down to watch it after we finish.
I know you are.
A little bit of kind of breaking news. Following their critically acclaimed collaboration on Queer, Oscar-nominated filmmaker Luca Guadagnino and Daniel Craig are getting back together for Sergeant Rock for DC Studios.
All right then.
No deals have yet been inked, but it apparently yeah.
That's going to be a $200 million fucking art movie that a select people will think is amazing, and the studio will go, "Why do we never learn?"
I mean, that says to me that Queer's going to do fuck all, and they need to pivot into something that's going to make money for the both of them. I'm looking forward to Queer, but man, that is some real... Oh, fuck. We just need to do something that's successful. Shit, if ever there was any.
Queer's going to be incredibly critically successful and probably make next to no money because, well, America at the moment.
Whereas Sergeant Rock is a film that America in the moment would probably be into. So, anyway,
David Lowry is a character in is an acting performance in Queer. I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Right. That will do us.
Yep.
Thank you ever so much, Becky. Delighted you turned up.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Thank you very much, Mark.
Thank you very much, Ian.
You're so polite.
Thank you, Siri.
Played off to Siri.
Siri, how do I say goodbye at the end of Film Bastards? My name is Ian Loring. Which one? My work or home contact email? Hang on. On Film Bastards, how does Ian Loring usually say goodbye?
What did you have to ask?
It wants to send a WhatsApp message to our group chat saying how does Ian Loring usually say goodbye.
That's
Apple
cheating, Siri.
Apple Intelligence is the gift that keeps giving.
I think we're safe from AI for a minute, aren't we?
I think we're going to be all right.
Yeah. Well, no, not overall.
Not overall. No.
Ask.
What?
Are you an imposter?
Why do I need to ask?
Yeah, you
Am I an imposter? Yes. Ow.
Sorry.
Okay.
Are you?
I'm trying to do the show. Trying to do the podcast. Love you. I was just having fun. Right. Okay. Jason.
Ow, did she bite you? Children bite.
She attacked me because she thought I was an imposter. Sorry. She's still asking why did I have to ask. I'll explain in a second. Right. Jason, you know what you did. You just listened to the bits earlier in the show. I don't have to say any naughty language because you know. Bye.
Bye.